It hurts to be known as no one will ever some sweet girl bring love into my world. I need to belong to someone.
Where you at, my queen? Don't make me chase you. If I get you with my arms, my heart escapes you. See, I'm a Moorish king, so I'm quite unique. I wanna speak to your heart from my heart, where alarm is your physique depressing, but I prefer dressing. Turban wrap the burn your head and make crescent. Yeah, you love to be out. I wanna feed your lessons. I wanna travel with your mind back to the essence. But things are made apart, and we can manifest that. But first we must attack that black. That's where the death at. But now we won't trust that. Let's move to perfection. Let me be your angel when I'll be your protection. I just wanna take you, queen, let me take you. Sister, let me take you. Sure. Sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you. I just wanna take you from black to Moorish. Let's go. Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish. Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish. Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish. You should let me take you from black to Moorish. Allah, so they can't compare. No matter how many butt breasts and plants or the plate hair. All these getting promises, God to a Moorish man. Just an illusion and good abuse. I'm your man, custom made by Allah just for you. Can't wait to make them babies in the best of you. When I'm next to you, look wrong, come alive. Duty of a husband, verse 4 and 5. Let's climb the 12-step ladder and strive to the pinnacle of wisdom. Allah is my God. Do what's only God to know what you violate. Get out the heat and sit for me under the fig tree. Let's talk about the soul of man and perfection. Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. I just want to take you. Sister, let me take you. Queen, let me take you from black to Moorish. Yeah, that's right. Talk to him. Talk to him. Sister, let me take you from black to Moorish. Let's talk to him. Queen, let me take you from black to Moorish. Let's talk to him. Woo! Let me take you from black to Moorish. Let's jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly. Have the legs fly. Break fast at the biggest spot. Man, you talk. Break down the signs of prayer. Man, you always jump in the ride and drop the top. Let the tassel fly. Hey! Break fast at the biggest spot. Man, you talk. Break down the signs of prayer. And you more. Break down the signs of prayer. And you more. Break down the signs of prayer. And you more. Jump in the ride and drop the top. I'm gonna try something. Well, everybody come in. I'm gonna try something. Let's try something. I like getting pumped up, family. Let me try something. Let's try something. Let's try something. Black Messiah Movement. Let me respond to Black Messiah Movement. Black Messiah Movement say, I think this show is at its best when the focus is on people doing work to make their communities better, building instead of destroying our people. Well, what destroys our community is frauds. What destroys our community is not addressing the frauds. And so what we need to do is address the frauds and promote those who are doing the work that need to be done to fix our community. So there will come a time when we will be talking about all the killings in the community that we doing amongst each other. There will be a time when we talking about all the dope in the community that we selling to each other. But in this day and time, at this hour, we talking about the frauds that in our community that are worse than the dope dealer because they come in the name of liberation. They are worse than the one that's killing each other, but because they coming in the name of liberation. What I mean they are worse is because the one that's the dope dealer, we know he's the dope dealer. We know she's the dope dealer. The one that's killing the straight bullet that's killing somebody, we already know what they about. But these fakes, you understand what I'm saying? They come in the name of peace. They come in the name of liberation. They come in the name of uplifting. So guess what? We're going to stay on their heels right now. You understand? We're going to stay on their heels. You know what I mean? That's right. That's right. We're going to stay on their heels. That's right. You don't want to stay in their heels? That's because you ain't right. That means you must not be right. So let's turn it up. We're going to stay on their heels. What's up, family? That's right. Let me talk about it. Where was y'all in 1913? This was way before Martin had a dream. Way before Elijah had fraud. We was in the grave, the land of the Nord. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th and 8th. Where was y'all when he only had his flag on the Indiana Avenue? Fez on his head, hey! Where was y'all when the enemies tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but still he didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me or are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down, hey! Now what you gonna do about it? Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he knew about it. I'm the third and fourth generation. So I ain't worried about all you hate and all the crazy misinformation needs to stop. Cause all the real I'm thinking you were part of the plot to keep them on top and leave us at the bottom with the mouth you call a prophet in the heart. You forgot him, hey! You ain't writing this war right. Bags under eyes, haven't slept in 4 nights, reading on the books. Studying the law when my prophet was a perfect example for us all. He left his feet clearly cut on the south side. 30,000 more than 29, ready to ride. No school, no store, no community. And I'm going with the prophet, then what you gonna do to me, huh? Hey! That's right. You rather had fraud, we was in the grave, the land of the Nord. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th State. Where was y'all when he only had a fag on Indiana Avenue? Fez on his head, hey! Where was y'all when the enemies tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but really didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down. Hey, I see you talking, but show me what you producing. The enemy love it. A weed here talking stupid. Up in the courts getting beat up in the hallway. The king crown is on the ground. It's going to be a long day. Make me want to cry, I can't deny it. To see my people so misguided. Why in the world we so divided? All we gotta do is use what the prophet provided. Always trying to take the shortcut, repeating weird stuff like we on a short bus. The world is watching, the people waiting for us to stand up and build this Moorish nation. Hey! Where was y'all at in 1913? Huh? This is way before Martin had a dream. Way before Elijah had fraud. We was in the grave, the land of the Nord. Hey! Come on, man. Going hard on 35th State. That's right. Where was y'all when he only had his flag on Indiana Avenue? Fez on his head. Hey! That's right. Talk about it. I got one more. What up, Kendrick? What up, family?
And wouldn't come in your house or come among you and slam for if I didn't feel in my heart, in my mind, in my soul that I am. Yo, you goddammit, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No more. So if I say it, I mean it. If I mean it, sure.
Talk to him, Dr. Khaled.
I understand.
I understand more. I'm a more. Talk to him, Khaled. That's right. Y'all got to put up with me for a minute. Huh? We was in the grave, the land of the Nord. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th State. Where was y'all when he only had the flag on Indiana? Listen, family. Hey! Where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet? Fam, you got...
What should I write?
Y'all got to work with me. I got to get myself in the mood.
Can I tell you?
Huh?
Check.
Huh? I got to get worked up.
What should I write?
I got to put that juice up in me. I need the Tahaka Bay juice. Check it out.
Talk to him.
It's tripping lately. I know you wanting to hate me, cause I'm exposing y'all for sleeping, dozing off, sleeping at the wheel, acting like you real. You got my prophet on the back burner with the oatmeal. I bring them to the front, and now you want to front talking all tough, but this ain't what you really want. I'm for peace, but my scimitar sharp now. I represent the ones that put that old cart down. The fella got it all, got you sounding mad soft. It's just another shrine, need to fight you out your mind. To go against me, the Sultan of the West. Stand down or I will put your feet knowledge to a test. You better ask somebody. Back in my last life, I will run up on you 45 mask tight. I'm a gorilla now. I take the mask off. I tell the truth and let the truth flash off. Oh! Let me talk to him. Can I talk to him? Hey! Let me talk to him. Oh! Can I talk to him? Let me talk to him. I know some real elders, you know some old folks. I know some serious boys who ain't no joke. They don't be YouTubing, they don't be Facebooking, they don't be clout chasing. But yeah, they looking, they see you demonstrating, sounding like it's 85 lies. Did you phone from the phone, or you keep alive? I keep it fresh though, tell you how the flag go. The head don't know, then the whole body man slow. Yeah, that's a cheap shot, and it might cost you. If you ain't in your lessons, then I probably lost you. You ain't with brain nothing. You would find what? It still amazes me. All the people lined up and fell in line. Line leading the time, got us far behind. Defeated 29, but I'm wide awake. Oh yeah, I solved the puzzle. They didn't love the prophet, so how could they love you? Oh. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Let's get it. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
See, they tripping, right? See, they really tripping.
I'm ready.
I'm telling the things that they've been hearing whispers about.
I'm ready.
They get mad because I'm saying everything that they want to say, but scared to say. They're scared to ask their grand sheep. They're scared to ask their divine ministers. They're scared to ask the head of their temple. Matter of fact, they're scared to ask their supreme grand leader about everything that I talk about. Y'all been tripping lately. I know you starting to hate me, cause I'm exposing y'all for simply dozing off, sleeping at the wheel, acting like you will. You got my prophet on the back burner with the oatmeal. I bring them to the front.
Let's go. I'm ready. Okay. I reloaded. Okay. I reloaded. Let's go. Let me turn this up. I be that boy you gon' remember. Hey, I'ma be that boy you gon' remember. I be that boy you gon' remember. To Arca Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. So somebody says, Kristen say, I bet you won't debate Kendrick. I bet you're right. I'm not going to give a thirsty weirdo, nut job, narcissist, madman any attention next to me. You're absolutely right. You're very smart, Kristen. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to debate him. For what? I'm going to clown him. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
To Arca Bay front line till the law call my
If you a friend of the more than you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Kemet. Told you wasn't black. Proving the straight back. You tripping off trust, you need to be tripping off that. And here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to pay. Now look after that women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, but they got a love for Europe. Whole generation take the pills, weed and serve. Yo, they love Lil Yachty, Future, Gucci, Kodak, Amigo, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when the sun's in the cover. Now cypher, I be that one you gon' remember. I'ma be that one you gon' remember, that's right. I be that one you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that boy you gon' remember. I'ma be that boy you gon' remember, that's right. I be that boy you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler, this era full of workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that I rock a flares. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. I didn't try to kill the prophet. It was all for dope. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my bastard state. I want my town, my sheriff, my schools, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and the wait. Y'all keep hating. Then love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, married out in the face. If you ain't right. World, come on, man. Come on, everybody, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. Everybody, all at the same time, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. We gonna make Kendrick the attention of the night show before we start. Fire emojis. Let's go. Man, you should love the boys, bro. Come on and get it with me. Let's go. I'll be that boy you gonna remember. Hey, I'ma be that boy you gonna remember. That's right. I'll be that boy you gonna remember. Come on, fire emoji, fire emoji. I'll be that boy you gonna remember. Jay, I'ma be that boy you gonna remember. I'll be that boy you gonna remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that boy you gonna remember. Be more. I'll be that boy you gonna remember. That time. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. New York. I'll be that boy you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. Man, I love y'all on Marshmallow TV, man. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Louisville lady say I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm happy. Like a brother in our temple always say, brother Asar. Asar said to he said, I'm just happy. I'm just so happy to be here. I said, NC, don't worry about it. NC said, I can't find a fire emoji. Everybody find enough for us all, man. I think C-Trey threw some water on that demonstration. Listen, family. Listen. Let me tell y'all something, family. Because I know the topic is a little bit all right. You are sad. Well, you sad. I can tell. That's a painted on smile. Look at Will Smith. Look at Will Smith. Hey, Will Smith. Look at Will Smith. Look at Will Smith. William Smith, you are a snake. Fire emojis. And guess what, Will Smith? You are. Why would you want to watch a snake? Watch it. Watch it. Y'all ready for it? Let it go. Bing. Pow. He gone. He gone. He gone. He gone. You are a snake. And now you gone. Now let me say this. Let's do this. It's a pleasure to see after what's outside. Shoot, let me tell you something, family. So let me just address this real quick, and then we go get on with the show. So let me tell you something. If any of you are interested in podcasting or doing YouTube show, always know this. Many people that are behind accounts, they really, that's the most attention that they can get is from their typewriter, or I said typewriter. I'm getting old. Ain't a typewriter. Good goodness of Christ. Do people still use typewriters? I come with a keyboard. I said typewriter. Good goodness of Christ. So, you know, that's the most attention they get. Like, I've heard people say, oh, you do this for likes, you do this for views. And yes, I do. I want to wake people up. I want to inform people. You know what I'm saying? I do. I want people to get it, to get what it is, to let people know what's going on. Absolutely, I do it for views. But now, do that define me? Absolutely not. Anybody that know me personally, you know what I mean? Anybody that know me personally, they know what I stand for. They know what I represent. They know the work that I put in. So I don't really have much to prove. You know what I'm saying? My track record speaks for itself. So I don't get caught up in all of that. Oh, you doing it for views? Man, whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, you doing it to get paid? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Somebody said, why am I blocking people? There's a Raven Parker said, why are you blocking people? There is a mechanism on here that if someone is just annoying, you know, you can block them. I mean, YouTube have this fabulous platform that, you know, if you are annoyed by somebody, hey, you can just block them. Why are you blocking people? They ain't talking about nothing. That's it. They ain't talking about nothing. They ain't talking about nothing. And half of these people just want attention anyway. And so people like Kendrick, and I've seen this early on, that he loves attention. Like, he the type of person, Kendrick is the type of person that'll walk into a bar full of racist Europeans just to get beat up, just to get attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll walk in there with no burner, no nothing, just walk up in there and say, hey, crackers, by himself with a bunch of rednecks. You know what I mean? And then if I say, man, don't do that, he say, man, you soft. Nah, you soft. You soft. I bet you won't box me. You soft. He that type of person. He'll do that just for attention and wear a hidden camera just for attention. Get all beat up and all that, drug all around. You know what I mean? Just for attention. He wasn't them type of guy. He wasn't them type of people that'll spit at the police so they can beat them up. He wasn't them type of guys. Y'all ever see people like that? They just love attention. They do anything. For real. Before they fight, they get butt naked. Before they fight, they love so much attention, they'll get butt naked. Just so they get attention. Kendrick, that type of person. Yeah. Somebody be punching Kendrick upside the head, he be like, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, 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 emoji. Yeah, emoji. I'm trying to tell you, he is that type of person. Now, with that being said, at one time I thought Kendrick, he's a lost young brother. Let's be real. Let me bring it back real. He's a lost young brother. You know what I mean? Clearly, he's a lost young brother, and he doesn't do good with advice. He really doesn't. And it's very unfortunate because he is a bright brother gone bad. Discover to Black Magazine. Let's talk to Discover to Black Magazine. Discover to Black Magazine. This is nation building or fault finding. This is critique, fault finding, so we can actually build a nation, so we can know who's who. Who are you? That's what this is. You feel what I'm saying? That's what this is. This is looking at a span of time and seeing what hasn't worked, what has been compromised, and who is compromised, so we can move forward. That's what this is. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is. So with that being said, let's see who else got a question. Kristen said, I have no facts. Well, Christian, I don't see why you here. Let's get you out of here. Okay, Chris. Bye. I don't have no facts. I don't see why you would be here. What's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? If I don't have no facts, why would you be here? Okay, Christian is one of them people. So I got to do Christian like this. Let me get Christian like this. Oh, we about to get started in a minute. Let me get Christian like this, family. Thanks for all your support, family. Let me show this. Let me get give me 1 second. Y'all with me? Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure. That I get everybody out here that say I ain't bringing no facts. Who is that? Kristen. Yeah, let's get Kristen. Kristen says no facts. So let me make sure I get you out here. Kristen, no facts. Let me see. I got to get you out here. I got something for you. There you go. Get you up out here. I get you on about you. We got the trolls up in here tonight. Let me look. Anybody cussing in the chat, block them. Anybody cussing in the chat, block them. I got them messed up there. Let me see. Bam. Bam. I'm loading up. I'm hunting bunny rabbits. I'm hunting bunny rabbits. Where they at? Where they at? I'm hunting bunny rabbits that lay eggs in the chat. Where the bunny rabbits? I'm Emma Food. These people crazy. They crazy. They really mad. Anyway, family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV, family. I am your esteemed host, Brother Tahaga Bay. You know what I mean? I'm your esteemed host, Brother Tahaga Bay. I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of having fun, I want to show you what we should be looking for and what we may have missed in the past. So the video that I did earlier about Kendrick, I want you to know this for sure. I've been seeing Kendrick clearly. However, I was hoping that I would be able to give the young brother a little bit of guidance as it relates to social media. But you know, when somebody go on social media and they get a few hundred views, I mean, they really think they did something, you know. But you know, when people was telling me, like tonight I'm doing a show about Grandmaster Jay, just a follow-up, and people would say, after Grandmaster Jay, you don't have nothing to talk about. Like, come on, man. That sounds crazy. I have a broad view of things to talk about. And with this crazy world, we won't run out of things to talk about. That doesn't even make sense. Plus, I got personality. Yeah, I got personality. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So with that being said, Kendrick, on the other hand, the only thing that he talk about is what? Somebody name one topic that Kendrick talk about. Breonna Taylor. That's it. That's all he talks about is Breonna Taylor. And that's all you're going to get. Breonna Taylor and how the system doing himself wrong, and Breonna Taylor. That's all you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I wanted to try to help the brother for real. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to try to help the brother for real. But he flaked out before I could help him. So he on his own. It is what it is. See, most people think that this social media thing, this YouTube thing, this podcasting thing is you turn on your camera and you can just talk. Well, in fact, it's a little more than that. You have to have a little bit of personality, and you have to have thick skin, because people come for me all the time. Big Shirley now pulled up, you know what I'm saying, with the camera on YouTube. You have to have thick skin, and you got to be able to think. You have to be able to think too, because some of this stuff that people will put before you, it'll be bait, and you be sitting up there talking to the judge because they baited you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to know, like, if you ain't got a presence of mind, you don't want to do this social media stuff and challenge the status quo of what people have been up to. You don't want to do that. I'm trying to tell you. So, because I'm challenging it. I'm challenging it so we can move forward. That's it. But let's get it started, family. First of all, I want to bring this to your attention. You know what I mean? One of the things that I really like to point out right quick. Give me 1 second. I think two of the biggest fools, and I ain't even tripping. Listen, let me show you something. Let me see if I can close this out just a little bit. You know what I mean? I want to see if I can. Give me 1 second. One thing I want to point out. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Now, here we go. Bam. Bam. I'm working. So, family, I got to point this out first before we get started. First, we got to know that two of the biggest, craziest people on the planet, they whole fools. Whole fools. Ozone and your brother Delta. They are whole fools. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Real talk. Whole fools. I mean, not even half with it. Like, just strictly whole fools. I'm trying to tell you, these two here are unbelievable. They are unbelievable to me. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about it tonight. I mean, we're going to talk about it tonight. But let's go here. And we're going to examine the state of mind of these soldiers tonight. But before we get there, family, I want you to walk with me. You know, I like to take you on a journey. You know what I mean? I would like to take you on a journey, right? Real quick. And what you need to understand is this, family. I'm going to do a lot of tonight. I'm going to do a lot of philosophizing what's really happening. But I got to screen share some of this philosophy. So with that being said, family, first thing you need to know is that it was never meant for Grandmaster Jay to go beyond Trump. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. It was never meant for Grandmaster Jay. It was never meant for Grandmaster Jay to act in the capacity of any leadership outside of Trump. And I'm going to show you how we know that towards the end of this. But now check this out. The reason why we do know this, I just give you a little bit of example, is because after Trump left office, you start to see everything fall apart. And as I said in the earlier video a few months ago, the move out strategy by getting locked up. But one of the things that you have to ask yourself, is, when you're dealing with Grandmaster Jay, because he is a certified op, one of the things you have to ask yourself about Grandmaster Jay is, you know, and I know, hold on, let me see if you know. If you don't know, if the feds come to lock you up, They're not locking you up for something stupid like pointing a gun. Let me tell you something. We've heard Grandmaster Jay say a bunch of outlandish things. I'm talking about dragging people. I'm talking about putting police in the trunk. And I ain't going to go on and on and on. But we've heard him say a bunch of crazy things. And the only thing that they pulled him up on was pointing a gun, which I told you in the beginning, it's not going to stick because it's not meant to stick. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't meant to stick. And I told y'all in the beginning, anybody remember when I said that in the beginning, press 1, that it never was meant to stick for Grandmaster Jay to be locked up. That was the escape plan. I said it from day one. But now I'm going to show you how this was not meant to go past Trump. You follow me? It was not meant. They thought that they had the election in the bag. Understand, family. Let's be analytical in all this. They thought that they had the election in the bag. If Trump would have won, NFAC would still be ready to roll out right now because it's getting warm again. You follow what I'm saying? They would be ready to move on more propaganda. Listen to me, family. Listen. Do y'all really think that this guy that ran for president, manipulated people on that did corporate espionage with the beams and try to manipulate people on that? Do you really think that this guy is not intelligent enough to try to sabotage the whole outfit so it can seem like everybody is gruntled? Everybody is disgruntled. You don't understand that K Foss was his right-hand man and that he threw K Foss under the bus? Y'all didn't know that? That why would he throw K Foss under the bus? Talk to Michi X about K Foss. Let me give you something real quick. Let me give you something real quick. What y'all don't know is that K Foss and Michi X quite possibly have been in a relationship. That's breaking news. Y'all think it's a game? K Foss and Michi X quite possibly was in a relationship. Grandmaster Jay knew this because the feds track these people. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, y'all think it's a game? Y'all want a receipt? Y'all want a receipt? I ain't gonna give y'all the receipt yet. I got a serious receipt coming. I got a serious receipt coming. Now listen to me. Grandmaster Jay knew about K Foss and Michi X secret relationship. This is why Grandmaster Jay told Michi X the things he did about K Foss. It was intentional sabotage. All right? It was intentional sabotage because now that Trump is gone, this must be dismantled. This must be dismantled. No, he wasn't jealous. He's dismantling what he put together. See, to Delta's credit, Delta is a real soldier. You understand what I'm saying? Delta is a real soldier, to his credit. But Delta was too real. You know what I'm saying? Delta was too real. In other words, Delta will run into the fire for Grandmaster Jay. That's real talk. Delta would run into the fire for Grandmaster Jay. Grandmaster Jay, when he was making all those threats, he could not have somebody associated that close to him to pull the threat off. Delta was the type to pull it off. Lock, stock, and barrel. That's why he had to get rid of Delta and not pay him the money that he promised Delta. Y'all follow me? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? And so in order to get rid of Delta, Delta joined under the auspice that he was going to pay him a couple racks per person that he bring in. You follow what I'm saying? He was going to pay him a couple racks. Y'all remember the show? If y'all didn't follow the show, you have to go back to the first interview with Delta. So it was easy to get rid of Delta, just don't pay him. Delta out of the picture. Now Delta, he doesn't understand that Grandmaster Jay is an op for Donald Trump to just cause confusion. Listen, you have to understand, operations in our community ain't that serious. But they are that serious. What I mean, they're not that serious. Some of them could be collecting intel. Some of them could be just distractions. Some of them could be trying to move people into another direction. It's a multiple reasons. You understand what I'm saying? It's multiple reasons how these for these operations. Now, I do believe that this operation here got messed up when Trump lost. I didn't think they expect I don't think they expected Trump to lose. I really don't. But once Trump lost, all bets was off. You feel what I'm saying? But now check this out. As I said, Delta he the shooter. He ready. Delta, for real. You can't take that from Delta. Delta ready. But he can't have Delta ready so close to him, because Delta for Grandmaster Jay would bust off. You feel me? So I want y'all to rock with me. Look at the psychology, because we're going to be analytical tonight. We're going to analyze this so we can see this before it comes. This should not happen again. It's all an operation. Now, here we go. So we know that Grandmaster Jay was a part of the Trump outfit, because you cannot sit that close to a president, to one who's running for president, without a certain security clearance. Now, I want y'all to remember, y'all have to remember that he also had been, and I don't care about his past, but we have to remember this, take this into consideration, that he also had been accused of pulling a gun on his senior officer in the Army. Y'all remember that? That was in the report. He pulled a gun on his ex-wife. That was in the report. However, he still got security clearance to sit behind Trump. He still got security clearance to sit behind Trump. If you and I would have pulled a gun on a senior officer in the military and was put out the military, there's no way in the world that you would be able to get that type of security clearance. All right? But he still got it. It doesn't matter if he was running for president. And then I showed the video how he broke up the fight. I showed the video how he broke up the fight at the Trump rally. So this was all a Trump operation. I have no problem with Trump, because I believe that people do what they do. You know what I'm saying? People do what they do. But with that being said, that sets the stage for this. But now, let's start from the top. First, we have Delta. Delta falls out because of money. That should have been the first red flag. It was money that led Delta to separate himself. Delta would have worked with anything, but he didn't pay Delta that money for bringing people in, if y'all remember, right? I'm giving y'all a recap. A recap. All right. Now, with that being said, let's give it let's walk back. Someone say, how's all of this is relevant? Because we need to understand how this happened, and so it won't happen again. So when Delta leave, other people leave with him. Remember our brother Tornado? He left with Delta, if y'all can remember. Right? Now, all of this stuff is going to fall apart because it's going to fall apart by design. You follow what I'm saying? Because that's the intention. It's over. The operation is over. And all of those that following Grandmaster Jay today, they're just hoping that Santa Claus is real. But this is over with. The only reason I'm doing this show is as a recap to show you that this is over with. All right? Now let's check it out. Remember Tornado. Then remember Fire, my brother Fire. I forget the whole name, but remember him. He's gone. He's gone because he was a real one too. Y'all remember him? He almost cried on the show. He was real emotional about his separation. You know what I mean? He was real emotional about his separation from Grandmaster Jay. And he was talking about putting his life on the line for Grandmaster Jay. He was very emotional. You follow what I'm saying? But again, he got kicked out over some stuff that we really can't put our finger on. Why? Why? This is the reason why. Because Fire is another real one. You can't have the real one that's the Marine. You can't have somebody like Fire that is ready to respond seriously about any threat or anything that was compromised. You got to get rid of him. Fire was too smart. He was intelligent, but he fell for the bait of Grandmaster Jay being real. So he had to get rid of him too. And so they got rid of him with a whole shake move, sent him to a hotel way off the deep end and said that he was off to himself. There you go. Somebody say, so if it's over, what are you talking about? Pay attention. Jamie, I know that short bus, it's hot on that short bus. And it hinders your way to pay attention. I know. The ADHD bus is small. I was on it once before too. But what I did was I calmed myself down and just paid attention. And then my ADHD went away. So I advise you to do the same, Jamie. If it's over what you're talking about, wait till the end of the show. Yeah, the ADHD bus is real small. I used to be on there. Let me tell you something. When I was on there, let me tell you something. When I was on the ADHD bus, they had the little lift in the back. They even used to lift people up in the back. Yeah, that's right. I was on there, had the helmet on and everything, sitting right next to you. But I overcame mine. I overcame mine. You still here. You about 40 plus, still on the short bus. Come on, Jamie. We got to do better. Come on, Jamie. Do better, Jamie. Come on, Jamie. You got to do better. You got to do better. With that being said, salute to Jamie. Jamie going to do better. Going to do better. You know what I mean? Jamie going to do better. Hey, Kelly X say, I believe you too. Kelly X, I ain't had no helmet. Stop that. I had a cushion. My mama couldn't afford a helmet. She gave me the end pillow. You know what I mean? She took it out that plastic wrap and gave me the end pillow. and tied that joint on my head with a belt. Looked like a bonnet. I'm trying to tell you. But look, let's get into it. So with that being said, so they had to get rid of him. Now, let's go here. 1 second. So they had to get rid of Fire. You know what I'm saying? They had to get rid of him because he was too real. Now, here's another one that was real, but he had to get rid of himself because this here is a loose cannon too. Ozone. Very emotional. I mean, very emotional. Ozone is very emotional. And so when Ozone asked for a receipt, you follow me? When Ozone asked for a receipt as to what's going on with NFAC, you feel what I'm saying? He didn't get the receipt, so he had to get gone. But now Ozone, I'm telling you, man, I like Ozone. For real. I like Ozone. But now Ozone think that he's a supreme commander. This madman, he picks a case like Crystal Muhammad that chases ambulances about a brother that come in that he said that the police may have hung him. I don't know. I haven't looked into the case that much. So he organized about 20 people to go to Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I want to expound on this. I know somebody gonna say, but what you doing? Let me expound upon this first. Let me expound upon this first. First of all, I want you to pay attention to these pictures that I send you, that I show you right now. First of all, he goes to somewhere in Georgia, right? He goes to somewhere in Georgia to the police department. Big Shirley meets him there. Big Shirley meets him there. You know what I'm saying? And quite a few other people. But they're addressing someone that was supposed to have hung themselves or that was killed, right? By the police. And if anybody's seen the video, they're talking to the police with the utmost respect. I wish I had the clip, but they're talking to the police with the utmost respect. The police is basically calmly telling them, you lost your mind. You tripping. You have nothing to stand on with these claims. Now watch this. Ozone wants to be a general now. Y'all see how this work? Y'all see how this work? Grandmaster Jay starts a domino effect of weird operations. You understand what I'm saying? So you got Delta, who is NFAR. Y'all remember that? NFAR. He NFAR. You got NFAC, and then you got the Black Nation. All of this stuff splintering now. And this guy walks into a police station. But if you notice on the picture across here, you actually can see that they sitting up there waiting for him. In fact, if these Europeans wanted to ambush them, they surely could have. Look at the camera angle. This is how so unprepared we are. Look at the camera angle. And you might say, who took that picture? The police. How do we know? Because I got it off their Facebook page. And I'm going to show you the Facebook page. This is how so unprepared we are. That you got a brother that would walk people, Crystal Muhammad, will walk people into, if they wanted to be a trap, it would have been a trap right there. Because I'm going to show you the angles. I'm going to show you the angles that if they got cameras on you, of course, they can have the burner on you. See how unprepared we are? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't take this stuff serious. This is why we need competent people. Man, I'm telling you, if you are a gun club, if you are one who believe in the gun laws to bear arms, please organize responsibly and become a defense for our people if necessary, because this is a joke. This is a joke. Watch this, family. This is a joke. And they're going to get mad at me for criticizing it. But no, this is a joke. Look at this. Look at the camera angle. Mind you, they even had Europeans with them. I got the pictures. Look at the camera angles. Look at this. Look at the camera angles. These are police pictures. Y'all see this? They got a little group throwing up black power fists as if they accomplished something. This is ridiculous. And look what the Europeans say on side of the picture. A group selfie. They laughing at them like they a joke. The Europeans are laughing at them like they're a joke. And we supposed to not examine this? We supposed to not examine this in order to find out what and what not to do? Hold up, fam. Let me look you in your face real quick. Do you mean to tell me that we are not supposed to examine and critique this to find out what and what not to do? Huh? Yeah, we want all the trolls in too because the trolls pay good. Do you think we're not supposed to examine this? We supposed to save face? Because if I had a son or I had a daughter that had fell victim to this propaganda and they grabbed some pistols or some weapons and went to follow this, it will make me sick to my stomach. It will make me sick to my stomach to see that these police have angles all around. That if they wanted to, they could have just surrounded them and did whatever they wanted to and say they felt threatened. People showed up at the police station with guns. We were threatened. Understand what I'm saying? This stuff got to stop, family. And we got to start to be critical thinkers. We got to start to be critical thinkers. Look at this. Now, listen. I know. Now, see this? I want to really blow this up for you. Can you see that? This says, right on the end there, it says Douglas County Sheriff's Office, Georgia. This is their Facebook page. Let me tell you what. They put it on their Facebook page to show the world that they take you for a joke. This is why I made that show last week. And I said, don't nobody take this stuff serious. You can talk tough to Tahaka Bay all day. Man, you can talk that killer talk to me all day. It's all right. Do your thing. But the oppressor, the opposition, the one with the boot on our people's neck, don't take none of this stuff serious. Don't take none of this stuff serious. Don't take none of this stuff serious. Look at the angle of the camera. Now, look, let's read how serious these Europeans take them. I think they are in the wrong area. Lord help if these people think they can get away with this here. What they have gotten away with in other places. I read they need they did not start any trouble. Now, I'm not saying that people can't handle their own. I'm saying that this is not liberation. This is not responsible liberation. Liberation don't look like this. And we shouldn't be confused. You understand what I'm saying, fam? Listen. Liberation don't look like this. Liberation don't look like they posted surveillance pictures with you surrounded on Facebook. It don't look like this. It just don't. Now, let me tell you something. I know people going to be upset. I know people going to be upset because I'm pointing this out. But the reason I'm pointing it out, because if you have children, you wouldn't want your children to walk in something that looks like this. And if you want real liberation, you will be more responsible in your approach. You will be more responsible in your planning. And you will be more careful in your execution. This is not liberation. This is just a sideshow. This is just ego boosters. People just got big egos. That's why they come on the show with the guns. See a little man, every time they show themselves, they got to show some guns. That's what little men got to do. See, real gunmen, they ain't got to show their gun all the time. But little men, weak men, they always got to do that. This is why Delta come on with the gun. This is why Ozone come on with 2 guns. Y'all seen them? 2 guns. Little men got to show the guns because they have to compensate for what they don't have. They got to compensate. They missing something. They have to compensate. So Ali Muhammad, he comes on with the gun. The guy next to Crystal, he comes on with the gun. They got to do that because they're short. They're falling short. And the gun compensates for what they're missing. This is the fact of the matter. And what I'm telling you is that you don't want your family falling for this okie doke. Because if it's not Ozone, it'll be somebody else. If it's not Ozone, it'll be somebody else misguiding your family. If it's not Grandmaster J, it'll be somebody else. Because if we are not aware that these types of things take place in our community because they haven't been called out, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. I'd like to thank all the trolls coming in. You got my numbers up to 433. That's a beautiful thing. But we're gonna examine and execute. We won't be talking about Kendrick tonight. But I may bring them on for entertainment because I see y'all like Kendrick, and I may bring them on for entertainment and mute them a couple times. Y'all know how I do. Get them real mad. Yeah, let them talk and then mute them. Shut up. No. Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Be quiet. Stop. We might do it for entertainment. But with that being said, so the whole thing is this, family. The whole thing is this, is that these people had this little group of brothers and sisters surrounded. I'm like God's gladiator. God's gladiator, I believe the brother Ozone Heart is in the right place. I believe brother Ozone Heart is in the right place. But he's too emotional to be a leader. He's too emotional to be a leader. And he's too emotional to be a leader as it refers to him being criticized or critiqued. Let me tell you, I'm critiqued all the time. Don't bother me. If it fits, I'm rolling. If it don't fit, don't bother me. Don't bother me. But he's too emotional. He's too emotional. But he wasn't emotional when he was talking to that European. He wasn't emotional when he was talking to the European at the police department that was suspecting with killing a brother. Y'all notice that? They emotional when they talk to their own people. But they never emotional when they talk to the slaveholder. Did y'all ever notice that? When they talk to the slaveholder, oh man, they just as respectful as ever. If the slaveholder disagree with them, they're going to turn around, tuck their tail, and walk away. If Tahaka Bay disagree with them, good goodness and gracious. They're going to start showing their guns, you know what I mean? Their bullpucks and everything. This is the psychology of that we're in right now. We messed up, family. We messed up. So, then we got K-Foss. K-Foss was the ride or die also. K-Foss was the ride or die also. But as I said earlier, K-Foss was a real one just long enough to get over the hump. If Trump would still be in office, he wouldn't have threw K-Foss under the bus. He needed K-Foss. But the operation is over. And as I said, Grandmaster Jay already knew that K-Foss and Michi X had something going on. This is why he dropped the science to Michi X. Y'all ain't following me. This is a soap opera. Are y'all following me? The only reason that he told Michi X that K-Foss is selling illegal guns. Now, you know that's a no turn. When you listen, that's a federal crime. You cannot be friends with somebody like that. And he knew it. That's why he said that to Michi X. And he knew Michi X was going to pillow talk. Because he is dismantling. He is dismantling NFAC. NFAC is no more. This man is intelligent. He's wickedly wise. He's intelligent. He know Michi X going to tell K-Foss because she going to pillow talk. Grandmaster Jay knew this. He's playing everybody against everybody. Y'all don't. Come on, man. He's playing everybody against everybody because he has to dismantle. He has to dismantle NFAC. And that's what he's doing. He's dismantling NFAC. Slowly but surely. Let's keep it moving. When you get to General Talib. Now, General Talib, no, he's dismantling. He said dismantling or exposing. He's dismantling. There is no more NFAC as you seen last summer. Better believe it. But with this being said, General Talib was riding with Grandmaster Jay, right? One of his greatest supporters, right? One of his greatest supporters. But he don't need a supporter no more. It's over. So, although General Talib think that this is a new Grandmaster Jay and a egotistical Grandmaster Jay and his head has gotten big, no, you got to go too. And so all of the gripes, all of it's my way or no way. All that is my way or no way is a way to get you out of the picture because he studied you. He already knew Let me tell you something about people like Grandmaster Jay. They study people. He knew that if he didn't pay Delta, that Delta would go and run. He knew if Ozone would question him, or a personality like Ozone question him, and he don't give no answer, that person gonna get low. He knew that if he would tell Michi X something about K Falls that is irreprehensible, I might have said it wrong. But if he knew if he would tell something to Michi X about K Falls, that it would get back to him and it was unforgivable, he already knew. And he already knew Talib. He already knew Talib that all he got to do is say it's my way or no way. You support me, but I ain't supporting nothing you doing. He knew that this was going to happen. He don't care. Listen, have you ever noticed that Grandmaster Jay never responds or answer any questions as it relates to his past? That's a red flag. He never responds. He never responds to videos made about him. He never responds. And not that you should. And y'all think that's a good characteristic. And it is somewhat. But when you are on YouTube as much as he is, every once in a while you have to respond just like Michi X do. Every once in a while, because you're on YouTube. But the reason he don't respond is because that's not a part of the mission. That's not a part of the mission. Kelly X said, what's going on with this court mess? There is no court mess. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. There is no court mess. You can't even find and track it no more. There is no court mess. You follow what I'm saying? You remember early on that we could find and pull up the court receipts and the court proceedings? You can't find that no more. You understand what I'm saying? Isn't that odd that we could pull up the federal indictment or complaint, but we can't find nothing? Y'all don't think that's odd? Y'all don't think that's odd? He still had the local charges, but you can't find nothing. You can't find a court date. You can't find nothing. At one time, you could find everything. Y'all don't think that's odd? That's super odd. When you're dealing with the feds, one thing for sure, the feds very rarely would more or less drop any charges because they have done enough research to know that it's a wrap. They don't waste their resources. Not the feds. Very few people come from under that. They don't waste their research, their resources. Brother Ta'aka, where are the NFAC members? Let me tell you this, and I know this for a fact. Many of the NFAC members jump ship, but many of them are watching now or will watch later, are embarrassed as to what they got themselves into. Listen, you and I know that was a beautiful sight that we seen. There's a beautiful sight that we seen from a video perspective on Stone Mountain. That was a beautiful sight. Let me see. Brother say he sent me something. That was a beautiful sight. You feel me? Man, I gotta let me play this. I'll get to this in a second, my brother. Y'all know that was a beautiful sight. I can admit myself that I got to keep it a buck. At that time, I knew something wasn't right. You know what I mean? At that time, I knew something wasn't right. But it was before that. I think when I watched the Ahmaud Arbery, I thought that was pretty odd. And so Stone Mountain had me looking real close, like, man, he trying to set the people up. I mean, like he trying to set the people up. So many of the people that you've seen in them videos from Louisville, Atlanta, Stone Mountain, whatever, them people gone. They gone. Let me tell you something. There is not one individual that I know of, except for the other ops that's with him. There is not one individual that started with him that is with him right now as it relates to those who were really doing the work and organizing and becoming an intricate part of setting these things up, except for a lady named Deborah. I mean, let me stop right there. I'll leave that right there. So in other words, everybody gone. It's not that many left. It's almost over. When it's all said and done, he will be able to attract some hopefuls that really think Santa Claus is coming. I mean, they really, I'm telling you, it's some hopefuls that is not going to give up. OC the Great, he's not going to give up. Y'all see him last night? Anybody go check that out? OC the Great. Man, he was up there. Yeah, no, I'm saying. Let me leave OC alone, man. I like OC the Great, man. I think OC the Great. I think he get it. I really do. But you know, we gotta understand, man. Loyalty, stupidity. Stupidity cannot play a part in your loyalty. Stupidity can't play a part in your loyalty. Because at the end of the day, you become a victim of your loyalty. You cannot have ignorant loyalty because you become a victim of it. So with that being said, Brother Talib, I'm telling you, bro, he already knew. He already knew what would get you gone. He already knew what would get you gone. He studied you. He gets it. And not only did he study you, he have studied everybody in the inner circle and in every meeting and how to get them gone. Follow me? Now, watch this. Give me 1 second. What we got next up here? Now, remember him? Locks and loaded. What is he doing? Remember him? Remember Locks and Loaded say he was going to sell all his guns. He was selling some of his guns. Let me not put the words in the mouth. He was selling all his guns. And you know why? Anybody know why? I'm going to show you why. And I named this show that anything and everybody. Look, Crip say he's making his YouTube vids and reviews, but he ain't talking about Grandmaster J no more. And I'm going to tell you why. He's trying to redeem himself because he know he made an error. What I mean by redeem himself is that Locks and Loaded is an honorable guy and got himself mixed up in some foolishness. He even know that Grandmaster J is a fraud, but he's an honorable guy. He's an honorable guy. And so he just trying to redeem himself and get back into the love of his guns. And leave that alone. I think that was a good move. I think that's a smart move. Man, I'm not mentioning this weirdo no more. I'm over it. You follow me? But then let me tell you why. Because anybody who signed up with NFAC they potentially will always have a problem. If it came to it and you act as if you don't know what's happening, you will always remember that you filled out this contract and you gave them your name, you sent them your ID. Y'all remember when y'all did that? Y'all remember when y'all did that? Y'all remember when y'all did that? You gave them your name, your address. You sent them your ID. You remember? So guess what? You are now on the black extremist list. This is why I said anything and everybody who was with Grandmaster Jay, who sent this stuff in, is now on the black identity extremist list. He was collecting data as to how many people have guns that's associated with NFAC. Do you remember when in the newspaper that they said they took all of his computers? Y'all remember that? This is how operations work. That way, I didn't tell on nobody. I ain't tell on nobody. They took my computers. And that way, I'm telling you, family, his explanation, they took my computers. And anybody, let me tell you something, family. If we was in the 80s, in the crack era, right, and we was in the streets, and this is the best way I could do it, or in the corporate boardroom, if the feds come in and get everybody, or get the main man, and the main man come back on the block, or the main man come back in the board office, in corporate America, I'm going to find another job. On the block, I'm done. I'm done. Because we know the game that the feds play. They don't play with you. They watching this right now. They watching this right now. They don't play with you. I'm telling you. The moment that you come back on the black man, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And so anybody right now that is still holding on to this illusion that Grandmaster Jay is legitimate, you are insane. You're putting your family in harm's way. You're putting yourself in harm's way. You're insane. And you should just let it go and rebuild something real. That loyalty that OC the Great has could be exacted on something that's real and worthy of the loyalty. You follow what I'm saying? It could be exacted on something that's real and that's worthy of the loyalty. Real talk. Everybody is not worthy of your loyalty. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get it going. I know OC watching, and I'm telling you, it's the real deal, OC the Great, man. You can't, everybody's not worthy for your loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And you don't owe nobody to be loyal to when they are disingenuous. You don't owe nobody that. You follow me? Now, let's get to this. OC the Great, that interview last night, brother, you were all over the place. Personally, I think Fred Hampton Gun Club, General Talib, he kind of made OC the Great indirectly say that he don't really see eye to eye with Grandmaster Jay on many levels. OC the Great want to be hopeful. He want to hold on. But ain't nothing to hold on to. Ain't nothing to hold on to. And the only reason Grandmaster Jay is going to be keep OC the Great into a conversation only for the blogging. That's it. Only for the blogging. He's an ambitious podcaster. He's an ambitious blogger. You follow me? He's an ambitious blogger. And so he gonna keep him around for that. Team Kendrick, you can't come in with that right now. I'll get you another time, all right? You're gonna be all right. Calm down. Now, so he gonna keep him around for that. But now, let's go through this. Why nobody never questioned about Grandmaster Jay and his association with the biggest, one of the biggest, let's see that? One of the biggest feds, Al Sharpton. How did Grandmaster Jay and what was his relationship with Al Sharpton? Remember, he turned fed and he was right there. And he was right there with Al Sharpton in South Carolina before you even knew who he was. And it's kind of like the brother came on the show, said that a fed trains a fed. A federal op trains another federal op. And he's right next to Al Sharpton. Y'all seen all the pictures? I just got one for tonight. But y'all been following it? You already know. You already know. So a fed trains a fed. And Grandmaster Jay, he could care less about any of you. He don't care about your family. He don't care about your children. He don't care about you making it home or not. He only care about the mission that he was sent to do by the Donald Trump administration. But that mission is over now. That mission is done. This is why he can't get his footing. I got something else I'm going to share with you too. This is why he can't get his footing. You follow me? Nobody never questioned Grandmaster Jay photoshopping and superimposing himself into an image. Y'all don't see this? These people that followed him never ever questioned him. They don't care. But this is what'll get you killed. So we're doing a recap here tonight. This is just a recap. He photoshops himself. And you mean this petty fakeness for stardom? You don't think he can be used? You don't think he can be used, people? You know he can. And he has been. You mean tell me you don't think he can be used or he haven't been used? You don't think he has been used? He's been used. And I'm hoping that his supporters watch this show. He has been used. Y'all see this? Come on, man. As just like, listen, he has been used by the people. No one still got an answer about the stolen valor. And I would love for Fred Hampton Gun Club, who's in the chat tonight, after I finish, how could you overlook all of this? How could you overlook all of these signs? Let me see something real quick. I'm real curious. I got to stop for a second. Let me thank everybody who have hit the Cash App. I appreciate the family, the original people in Nugent, whoever else hit the Cash App. I'm curious, family, and I'm pretty sure you are too. I'm curious. So let me see if I can do this. Let me see. Let me see if we can do this real quick.
What's going on with your brother, Black Power?
Brother Talib, I just wanted to ask you real quick, brother. I'm not going to do a whole show on this, but I want to ask you real quick. Were you aware of all of these inconsistencies? And if you were, how were you able to overlook that? Maybe you could just answer that question. If you want to come on another time, that's fine. But I'm just curious, brother, in all sincerity.
All right, I saw it. I saw everything. But I try to be hopeful for the people that people can change and that because I know it took me a minute before I came over. You get what I'm saying? That, I had some past where I was like a preacher and all of this, you know what I mean? I was down with Black Lives Matter years before I got into the movement. So I thought maybe he had changed over time.
But that's not but that's not lies, though. You understand what I'm saying? That's not lies. Just because you was a preacher or you was with Black Lives Matter, you was following your heart. This guy is straight a lie and disingenuous. And I'm just curious, how was it that, you know what I mean, you was like, oh, that's all right. And I mean,
I saw all of it. I saw it with the guns. You get what I'm saying? I saw a whole lot of stuff. You get what I'm saying? But I was ignoring it for the people because I wanted the people to be. I didn't want to disappoint the people because people was looking for something. But at the same time, I was being disingenuous to the people if I kept lying to the people about what I saw. And I was lying to myself. And I couldn't hold it no longer. My integrity wouldn't let me.
Brother, I appreciate your comment, brother. Like I said, you are welcome to come on the show. I know Ozone talk about tax me and all that. I don't pay nobody to come on the show. But brother, I appreciate you just answering that as real as ever. And I think that was a real answer. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, brother.
All right, peace. So I just wanted to, and I think that represents, a large group of those who were following Grandmaster Jay. I think that represents a whole group, that they were being hopeful and they didn't want to disappoint the people, because this was like that Eminem moment. You know what I mean? You only get one chance to blow. You only get one shot. You better lose yourself in the music. You know what I mean? You better lose yourself in this opportunity of liberation. And I can see that. And I can see that. And I appreciate General Talib for picking up the phone under these circumstances. I definitely don't want to shine no spotlight on anybody who don't want the spotlight on them. So I just appreciate it. Crips. Crip hardcore, man. Crip hardcore. Crips. Oh man, it's 11:20. I got a lot more to go through. Oh my goodness. Crip don't be playing. Y'all better stop playing with cryptonomics, man. Crip be woo. Hey, Crip. Goodness gracious. Crip say, I don't buy it. No. Maybe you. Thanks everybody. The Cash App is in there. I thank everybody who hit the Cash App. I definitely appreciate it, family. I definitely appreciate it, because I do put in some work, and it feels good that people appreciate the work. So anybody who had hit the Cash App, I want to thank you. The original people in the building, I appreciate him and everybody else. But with that being said, let me see what I got next. Nobody ever even questioned when he was faking and saying that he was the head of Black Lives Matter. If y'all remember. Nobody ever questioned. If anybody followed him, nobody questioned when he said that he was the head of Black Lives Matter. And he had to retract it because the local people of Charleston, The local people of Charleston say, we don't know this guy. We don't know this guy. I'm trying to tell you. An old lady in Charleston said, nah, we've been going to meet. We don't know this guy. And then I think he remixed it. It was like, oh, I was saying more Black Lives Matter. Like, what? And nobody questioned it. I want to show you something, family. Stay with me. Stay with me because I want to get to it. Remember his European attorney? That should have been a red flag. That should have been a red flag when I showed that video. In this picture right here, in 2017, look at him standing supposedly next to Obama. But look what he writes. Sometimes you have to remind them of who you are. Standing next to President Barack Obama, surrounded by Secret Servicemen, with all members of Congress and the House of Representatives. Now look at that, right? That could possibly be photoshopped also. But whether it is or if it's not, if it is photoshopped, what type of lunatic would Photoshop something like this and then write a post on it? And this is a leader? This man is a lunatic. This man is a lunatic. He will superimpose his head on a body and then post it like it's real. Now you tell me this fool ain't sick. And people really still believe in this guy? After all the evidence. Come on now. And literally post it. Sometimes you have to remind them who you are. Standing next to President Barack Obama, surrounded by Secret Service, with all members of Congress and the House of Representatives. This man is a nut job. Look at the look on his face. That fool crazy. Man, this a whole fool. I'm trying to tell you. Man, this man is a whole fool. I'm trying to tell you. Man, no, you know what I should have named this show? I should have named this show Whole Fools. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, give me 1 second. That's what I should have named this show. I should have named this show Whole Fools. Because that's what we're dealing with right now. Whole Fools. That mean, come on, man. Let me get back to my page. Oh, that 1 second. It was crazy. It's crazy, man. It's unbelievable. I can't believe we fall for stuff like that. This show is now called Whole Fools. All right? This is called Whole Fools for now on. The rest of the show, the next 15, 20 minutes, this show is called Whole Fools. All right? That's it. We ain't taking it back. Whole Fools. Anybody follow Grandmaster Jay today? They just Whole Fools. Whole Foods Market. That's it. That's it, man. Man, this stuff is crazy, man. These are Whole Fools. These ain't half a fool. They ain't playing a fool by halves. These are Whole Fools. I'm trying to tell you. Come on, man. Don't be a part of the Whole Fool gang. Come on, man. Right up in the fruit section of Whole Fools. Come on, man. Stop. We can do better than this. We better than this. Oh my God. So there you go right there. What about this? In this post right here, let me see if I can crop it real quick. In this post right here, he claimed that they almost had to burn it down. Y'all remember this post? He told the people that they almost, NFAC, we had to damn near burn the town down and make them lose $165 million to get a black woman a grand jury hearing and $12 million. But racism is dead. You see how he remixed that? They ain't almost burned nothing down. And people still sticking with it. People still with it. Somebody say, what about current events? This is current. We got to make sure that people be able to think, and we'll be on another show on Saturday or Sunday. But this current right here. You know what I mean? I just need to do a recap. I ain't do this in a long time. Work with me, Tribal Spare. I ain't been messing with Grandmaster Jay in a minute. Come on, man. Let me do my thing. I want you to sit back and do my thing. Remember that, James Brown? I want you to sit back and do my thing. I mean, just today there was a site on IG. He was the first man. Come on, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cryptonomics said, Morse World TV, just today there was an IG post about GMJ being the first on the site of Ahmaud Arbery, but they were showing new Black Panther Party Rottweiler footage well before NFAC was even formed. Exactly. No, he's not going to get any footing because it's over. It's over now. It's a wrap now. The time is up, and that's why I'm doing this recap tonight. It's up just to show you it's up. But what you will see coming soon, you will see this movie. This movie will be out. This documentary will be out. And let me tell you something. Y'all remember that interview with MSNBC? That's the precursor to promotion of the movie. You know what I mean? Let me see something. That's the precursor. Give me 1 second. One second, real quick. Trying to pull it up real quick. There you go. So here we go. Give me 1 second. I want to show you something. Let me screen share this real quick. Let me screen share this real quick. I want to show you something. Okay, so y'all remember this here, right? Anybody see this interview?
Him outside of Cincinnati, where he says another new chapter is now in the works.
The NFAC stands for the Not Effing Around.
I want y'all to stop right here. That is promotional propaganda. Do you understand? Understand what I'm talking to you about? That is promotional propaganda. Because MSNBC is most likely is an affiliate to the company that did the filming. You understand what I'm saying? MSNBC is running the story because 9 times out of 10, and if I have to do the research, I will, MSNBC is affiliated in some way. That film company most likely is a subsidiary of MSNBC or the parent company. I will guarantee you. I will guarantee you that. Because they ran this story in May. Nothing going on with NFAC in May. All the news of NFAC has faltered. But they ran it in May with old footage. That is a promotional thing that's going on. They're preparing people for the documentary that probably going to be, I doubt if it make it to Netflix. It might make it to Amazon or something like that. I'm not sure. I can't really say that. But this was promotion. All right, hold up. Let me see if I can just get a little bit more. I don't want to get too many strikes on the channel, but let me see if I can get a little bit more.
The NFAC was born out of the last 4 years under the Trump administration. The deterioration of racial relations in this country.
He said out of the last 4 years, the NFAC has not been around for 2 years. Look at it.
Means that you're preparing yourself to defend yourselves.
While the group's style echoes the Black Panther Party of the 1960s, their goals are distinct, focusing on defense with the ultimate goal of a black ethno-state.
What makes us so different?
They want a black ethno-state. This is, I'm telling you, family, this is all promotion. Let me see if I want to get those strikes. Watch this. Listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this guy here. Listen.
Far-right militias.
They have not risen to the level of concern of, say, the Three Percenters, the Oath Keepers. They have not engaged in violence. In fact, in most of their demonstrations, they have, in fact, coordinated their activities with police.
They, in fact, coordinated their activities with police. They actually coordinated their activities with police. Did y'all catch that? They haven't risen. How can you be a liberating organization coordinating anything with the police? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And anybody that's still holding on, this show is for you. There is no need to hold on to this. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no need to hold on to this. Like you can't, and the reason why Grandmaster Jay would never respond, because you can't argue with this. You can't argue with this. You can't argue with this. And I know it's eating Kendrick up right now, but Kendrick, go make a video on Facebook. You'll be all right. But listen, does anybody remember this? Hold up. Does anybody remember this? Let's bring this up now. What happened? I'm going to remind you. Oh yeah, I'm going to help you remember. What happened to the recruitment of the 18-year-olds? Remember, he dropped the recruitment level to 18. That was propaganda too. Y'all remember that? And I said he's trying to pull the Mavo thing. Whatever happened with that? Y'all remember that? He said he's now dropping the age to 18. What happened? All of this stuff was bait and switch to trigger people. All of this stuff is baiting. I'm trying to tell you, family. All of this is baiting. And you need to recognize this type of baiting behavior. You have to recognize this baiting behavior so you don't fall for it. It will happen again. What happened to this young brother in Kentucky acting out one of the threats made by Grandmaster Jay? Whatever happened to this brother? Y'all remember this brother? Anybody remember? I'm here to remind you. Anybody remember this young brother? He was at the march and shot at the police. Y'all remember him? Nobody came to his rescue. Y'all remember this? Press 1 if y'all remember him. Did y'all forget about him? What about his family? Y'all don't remember him? He acted out one of the threats that Grandmaster Jay made. Lorenzo D. Johnson, go ahead and Google him. Go ahead and Google him. I'm the bad guy because I'm going to shine light on this. Lorenzo D. Johnson shot at the police, wounding 2 police officers in Louisville, Kentucky. Nobody came to his rescue. Let me see if I can pull something up on him real quick. If I can pull something on him real quick. This was in September. They ain't got nothing new on him yet. Sad, man. It's sad. They ain't got nothing new on him yet. Sad, man. It's sad. Nobody shining light on that. What about him? What about his family? What about his life? He fell for that okie doke with Grandmaster Jay. What about him? He don't matter no more? We forget all about that. We forget about stuff like this. What about the people that got shot, that shot themselves? This supposed to be a militia, but the European carrying away the wounded. We got to remind you. Look at this. This is a fiasco. Y'all see the blue bands on the wrist? Who are they protecting? Because the Europeans is looking at the wounded. Y'all remember this stuff? Y'all remember this stuff? What about the wounded? Did anybody ever talk to any of those that got shot that day? Come on now. Grandmaster Jay almost made $1 million. And just like Sean said, no GoFundMe for the brother that was locked up at that march. They got blue bands like they going to the club. Why is the band blue? Do the science. Why they got blue bands? In every march, whether it was Louisville or whether it was what's the one down was it Lexington? They had blue bands. They didn't even change the colors. They didn't even change the colors. They can't even help their own wounded. This man is official. He's an official op. This ain't no game. Y'all think I'm doing this for views? No, I'm trying to show you what to look out for so you don't fall victim to this. What about this? Stuff like this. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. But there go my favorite picture right there. There you go, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. One love, one love. You're lucky just to have just one love, one love, one love. You're lucky just to have just one. Now people come together with all this preference. One love, one love. The guy hung up on her. I'm trying to tell you, family. Look, family. Just look at it for a minute. Stop. Everybody just stop and look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Let's have a moment of silence. Let's be hypnotized and just we'll run through your mind. Look at his hand on his waist. Oh my God. And he stood there and let somebody actually take the picture. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, if you a Crip, I'm trying to tell you. If me and you go to a march together and we take a picture, Crip, I might have to try my hands with you, Crip, if you try to do that to me. You my guy that day, but Crip, we can't do that, Crip. That Crip, what you doing? Hey yo, for real? That's a real listen. I just playing, Crip. I'm trying to tell you. I be like, yo, for real. Hey, I just playing, Crip. Look, I'm gonna forget I'm a Grand Sheik. I'm gonna start cussing and everything. Mother, what the? I'm trying to. That ain't Photoshop. I got the whole picture. So, family, I just wanted to put this out there, family. Let me close out with this, family. I just wanted to put this out there, family, as a recap, as a reminder. You know, they will try this again. And this, I'm telling you, the way Grandmaster Jay was able to inspire that many people to show up in Louisville with black on, to show up in Stone Mountain with black on. Imagine if it was legitimate, how much we could get done. Imagine that. Imagine how much we could get done if Grandmaster Jay was legitimate. Grandmaster Jay is compromised. And if you was a part of the NFAC and you sent your ID and your paperwork in, they got you. They got you. But just live a good life. Take care of your family. Don't let everybody know your business on the internet. If you want to be a revolutionary, be a revolutionary. But ain't no need to broadcast it before the world. There is no need to broadcast. Plan, execute. No need to broadcast. What I'm doing right now, we talking, we're learning, we're inspiring people, trying to organize. So maybe we can do something on the opposite side of the camera, because everything ain't for the camera. Everything ain't for the camera. But if you was a member of NFAC and you sent your address and your ID in, they got you. But just live a good life. Don't give them no reason. Just live a good life. Take care of your children. Take care of your family. And if you decide to be a revolutionary, YouTube, social media is not the place for it. It's just not the place for it. True revolutionaries don't need to advertise. on YouTube. Grassroots revolutionaries don't need to advertise on Facebook. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. You're just setting yourself up. It is what it is. Just think about that. These brothers with Ozone and the sister Crystal Muhammad, Big Shirley, they went down there and they got camera angles surrounding them. So if they got camera angles surrounding them, they also got burners surrounding them. You're outmanned and you're outgunned. You're not moving the liberation needle 1 inch, moving on stupidity. You're not moving the liberation needle 1 inch when you move on stupidity. We got to execute better. We got to plan even better. We have to plan even better. This is crazy that people would even consider that this is an option. This is like we're desperate. We're desperate for anybody that shows up and say black power to lead us. Got to move better. We got to be smarter. Got to be more intelligent. We got to be. All the hopefuls out there that Grandmaster Jay is going to do something miraculous, you can forget about it. His inner circle, not the inner, because the inner, they already know who he is because they who he is too. But those that was close to him, they gone. They seen it. You little bloggers making videos and all that in support of Grandmaster Jay, keep doing it. But anybody think they're going to walk with Grandmaster Jay and solve something in our community? You ever notice he never went into a community and did anything? Not once did he go into a community. He only went where the camera was at. Not once did he go into a community. Not once. Only time when there was a big camera event. Not once did he go into the community. You know how many stories right now that exist that need to be addressed where there's police that has done questionable things, where it don't need to be a camera there? Something happening right now, I'm pretty sure. But it ain't even all about that all the time. He didn't even... Is he addressing what they like to call black on black crime? Is he talking to any gangsters in the hood? Like, come on, we got to do better. Is he talking to anybody that potentially going to sell dope in the hood? Come on, man. We got to do better, man. We got to stop falling for this. And I think there need to be an equal balance. If you're going to address police brutality like Black Lives Matter and police murders like Black Lives Matter, you also need to address that so-called black on black crime. Can't address one without the other. If you're going to address the European for racial profiling, then we need to address our people who are demonstrating racial profiling with the N-word. I'm going to kill that nigga. I'm going to kill that nigga. I'm going to kill that nigga. We need to address that too. Can't address one without the other. I'm only here to shed light on these people that's coming into this liberation time period, and they are trying to mislead you. But we address all that too. I can bring some OGs on here, some real OGs. They don't go for that. They don't go for that. They don't go for that. They doing them best to get the youth employable, to get the youth record deals, to get the youth off the corner. I can bring them to the show. So that's what we gotta address. You know, we have to address things that we're doing to each other, but most importantly, this right here is even worse because you coming in the name of liberation. You gaining people trust, and then you abusing it for your own selfish gain, as well as the oppressive system that's designed to carry on its oppressive ways. And you just come in to be a distraction and play out the role. And without Grandmaster J, doing something like this, I'm telling you, there's a strong possibility that in Louisville, Kentucky, with that Breonna situation, the locals could have possibly tore that demonstration up and made an example. But y'all was so caught up on this black militia that just came to talk, that came to distract. But it was locals there that was ready to get busy. And I'm not saying get busy. I'm not saying anything like that. But I know, and you know, whether you are the feds or whether you are a regular citizen or whether you are one from our community or even Europeans watching the show, you know and I know that it's a powder keg waiting to blow. More people are dying at the hands of police right now, it appears, in this little stretch of time that the new president has been in office than ever before, it seems to be. Or maybe the camera just catching it all the time now. I don't know. But because we see it all the time, it's a powder keg waiting to blow. And now that Grandmaster J has played the final card of the oppressor, I'm here to tell you, I'll show you what to look for so they can't play it no more. Our people are fed up. You ain't got to do nothing but sit back. You ain't got to do nothing but sit back. Anybody, let me tell you something. If you study history, it was always the local, everyday, common people that organized against oppression to overthrow tyranny. It was never, ever some slick talking, half-witted spiritualist who's always in the safe place. When Grandmaster J go get permits, he's in the safe space. He's in the safe space. So with that being said, family, I salute you, family. Peace and love. We're going to have some more heat coming soon. But let me, I forgot this. Hold up 1 second. So let me read this real quick. I almost forgot. My brother, Fred Hampton Gun Club. Let me see. So NFAC released a statement. He says, in the light of recent development, it has come to our knowledge that the Fred Hampton Gun Club has conspired to host joint training sessions with branches of the terrorist group known as Antifa. The alliance between the Fred Hampton Gun Club and Antifa goes against everything we strive towards as a black militia. The NFAC does not associate with known terrorist groups, directly or indirectly. While our relationship with all other groups remains strong, the NFAC commanders have decided we must distance ourselves from Fred Hampton Gun Club, effective immediately. The NFAC is no longer affiliated with Fred Hampton Gun Club. Let me advise you that I received that from the Fred Hampton Gun Club. Oh, my bad. I sent the wrong thing. I screenshot the wrong thing. My bad. I'm going to do it again. Well, y'all could have read all that stuff. I screenshot the wrong thing. Let me bring it back up. Where is that? I didn't screenshot the wrong thing. That's all right. Here we go. Let me try one more time. Try this one more time. When I do that? We'll try this one more time. Let me see. Oh, here we go. There it is. There it is. My bad. My bad. Y'all see that? And I must mention that actually came from the Fred Hampton Gun Club. You follow me? That actually came from the Fred Hampton Gun Club. He sent it to me. So there it is right there. Hold up. Oh, yeah, y'all see it now. Y'all see it now? So I would imagine that the brother from Fred Hampton Gun Club, I would imagine that this must not be true because he sent it to me. So I don't know if they're doing things with Antifa. Let Cryptonomics ask the question. Let's see. Hold up. Let me see. Let me ask him real quick before I get out of here. We're going to ask him straight up. Hopefully he's still around. Let me ask him real quick. I forgot to put that in there. I'm going to ask him right now.
What's going on, brother?
Real quick, brother. You sent me the thing from NFAC. I wanted to ask you, were you? This is what they asked it in the chat. Were you doing? Did you make an alliance with Antifa?
Let me do it quick. I ain't trying to hold your show up because I think you probably on. I know you on the show. So Antifa. Let me break down what Antifa is. I just want to give a quick little brush up for people who don't know what Antifa is. Antifa is an abbreviation for anti-fascist. Fred Hampton himself made a statement back in the 1960s that he was anti-fascist. That means he was Antifa. Antifa was created by the government for anybody who stands up against racists. Fascists are neo-Nazis and white supremacy. So I align myself with anyone who is against neo-Nazis and racists. So I didn't align myself with them, but I take the money from them. I take the support when the white women decide to stand in front of me and take rubber bullets for me. I let them do that because I'm frontlining that protest for people like Karan Hilton, who died in Washington, D.C. at the hands of the police. So when I'm out there in the front lines protesting with people, I have no other choice but to be around them. So I haven't aligned with them. I'm just in the streets and they happen to be there. They know where I stand. I know where they stand, but they cannot join us because they know we are all Black organization. So if that makes me a terrorist for being anti-fascist, then goddamn it, I am.
Wow. Well, I'm going to end it with that, family. Hey, you heard it from the brother, the general from the Fred Hampton Gun Club. There it is. But was that the reason that Grandmaster Jay distanced himself is that a new development, or he already knew that and using that as an excuse?
That was a response. There was white people that wanted to let me use their land so that we can go out there and train and go shooting, because they do special ops for me and give me operations when we're on the ground. They're selling us information so that we can move freely. People don't understand the dynamics of what really going on. Antifa doesn't exist. There are people who stand next to you every single day. They don't exist. It's something that the government made up, just like they made up black identity extremists. They made up a label to attack people and call them terrorists, just like they consider us terrorists. People don't have a political understanding of what Antifa actually stands for. So when that development came about, that was when he sent his so-called soldiers up here to D.C. when I stood up against Trump supporters out here on January 6th. And we was out there. You watch my video. I said, we are not Antifa and we are not Black Lives Matter. We're just black brothers out here. If you got a problem with it, then let us know. So later on, there were some white people that said, hey, we can support you. We can give you some land to train on and all that good stuff. I don't know any black people with 100 acres of land that I can go out there and shoot and camp out for days with. Like, I don't know any. If you know some black people with some land that I can go shoot on right now in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, please let me know. But I am going to use whoever land if you give it to me. If white people want to give me money, you damn right I'm going to take that shit. But they don't control us and they can't join us. And that's what we don't do. We allow white people to use us, but we don't use them. Why is that? It makes no sense to me. I'm going to take everything I can from white people because they try to take everything from me. So God damn it, give me that shit. I use them for resources. They got it. We don't have it. I'm going to take it from them.
You heard it from him, family. I don't know. Let me ask them this, family, while you on the phone. Hey, I don't know if you would do it or not, but I'm going to ask them on the phone. Would y'all like to see one of the uncut raw interviews with my brother Talib from Fred Hampton Gun Club on Morse World TV? Let's see what they see. Press 1 if you would like to hear that uncut interview. You know how, I don't know if he could handle it because I asked some real raw questions, but let's see what they say. Stand by. Press 1 if you like to see that uncut raw interview. Press 2 if you don't really care for it. Let's see what people say. Everybody's.
Oh, I went on OC?
Say it again.
You talking about when I went on OC the Great?
No. I asked them, would they like to see, I give some raw interviews. You know what I'm saying? I don't debate you. I just give some raw interviews. I asked everybody, would they like to see an uncut raw interview with yourself and me on Morse World TV? And you got more ones than twos. So if you ever ready for an uncut raw interview, no holds bars with the questions, I'm not going to debate you on anything. I don't interview and debate. You know what I'm saying? That's for another show. But if you want it, you just let me know, all right?
I think, you know what? I think I can do one more, man, because I did one on OC. I did my little YouTube joint. And I ain't got no problem with answering questions. I ain't got nothing to hide. You get what I'm saying? And if the people want to hear and got questions for me, I don't mind answering questions.
Well, the way it go is, the way I like to do it, I'll ask you a series of questions. Again, I'm not going to debate you on anything. I'll ask you a series of questions, and then we allow the audience to come in and ask questions also.
Well, that's fine. I don't mind questions. You get what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to hide. You get what I'm saying? I don't pay people attention because they're gonna say what they're gonna say anyway. So you get what I'm saying? But
would you be open to do it this Monday night?
I'm only off Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So whichever one of those days is cool.
Let's do Tuesday.
All right, that'll work.
All right, and I'm gonna name it Uncut Raw Interview with the General Talib of Fred Hampton Gun Club. When I put Uncut Raw Interview, they already know it's gonna be a good one. So we do it on Tuesday, all right?
All right, that's a bad.
And don't let Ozone say tax them. Tax that. Man, I'm not spending. I'm not spending nothing, man. I'm just going to interview you. Let your answers is your answers. It is what it is. You feel me?
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean. I ain't got no problem with it.
But I will say,
give the people a chance to ask me those tough, hard questions, and that's fine.
Absolutely. But I will say that I think you did an exceptional job on OC the Great. I think you had him shook up a little bit for real.
I think what a lot of people lack is a lot of political understanding, man, or they don't know what they're talking about. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people just watch stuff. They don't read. They don't study enough. You get what I'm saying? So they not.
But you was a preacher too, so you can convince people of some stuff. It's like
or I can ask those questions and make them think about where they really at, and that's what I hit them with. He ain't know how to answer half of it.
Right, I got you. So on Tuesday we're gonna do that. So I appreciate you, and I see you on Tuesday.
All right, that's a bet.
All right, that's what's up. So family, there you go. I know Crip say he heard everything he needed to hear. However, though, the numbers say that they want to hear it. And so on Tuesday, family, we're going to be here. And matter of fact, I'm going to make the show tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm going to make the show tomorrow so everybody will know. So I appreciate you, man. Shout out to my brother Cryptonomics for all of his support. Cryptonomics have not been wrong once on the show. Not once. I jumped on Crip one time because he was trying to tell me, watch out, Big Shirley. Big Shirley rolling down the hill. Get out the way, Tioga Bay. She's coming down the hill. Here she come. And I'm like, nah, she ain't going to roll over on me. And good goodness of gracious, Big Shirley rolled down the hill with Ali Muhammad and rolled and smushed me. She smushed me. I'm telling you, Cryptonomics was like, no, Morse Run TV. No, she about to roll. And she rolled down there like Frosty the Snow Woman and flattened me with Ali Muhammad. I'm trying to tell you. So Crip ain't been wrong yet. I'm trying to tell you. Crip told me, he said, listen, Morse World TV, brother Tioga Bay, Kendrick is a fool. Be careful. Kendrick is a fool. I'm telling you, be careful. Now, he didn't say those words, but in the chat, he was giving me all his. He's like, he was in the chat. He had like emojis they don't even have. He was in the chat like get him off the show. Get him off the show. Cryptonomics. He was giving me all type of stuff. Time out, stop. I wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? But I was listening to Kendrick play himself at the same time. Cryptonomics told me, he didn't say these words, but what name? I forget his name. The other way, King T. Oh, stop. Pump the brakes. I'm sitting there like, nah, I see it though. I see it. It's like, man, stop. Man. He did it with Delta. I tell you, King T, Delta, who else? Man, Crip batting 1,000 up in this demonstration. So I gotta let Crip go. I cannot even check Crip no more. I remember I checked Crip on Big Shirley. I'm like, no, Crystal our people. I can't even. So if y'all see Crip in the chat and somebody seemed to be on the up and up, and Crip like, man, this fool tripping. You can't say nothing to Crip. You know what I mean? He batting 1,000. I can't say nothing. I got to just sit back and watch it play out. I got to watch it play out. I'm trying to tell you. So with that being said, family, I appreciate y'all, family. I had a good night tonight, and I enjoyed this show. I really did, family. I'm trying to tell you. I had a good time. I had a real good time. So with that being said, family, I see y'all. I can't do no show tomorrow. You know, I be in the temple. See, I'm a Moorish American for real. Every Friday, I'm going to be teaching in the temple. Because I'm telling you, I need that balance. I'm trying to tell you, I am one prayer away from being the old me. And the old me ain't never did nothing good for the new me. I'm trying to tell you, the old me ain't nothing but a bunch of heartache and pain. So I stay in the temple on Friday and on Sunday. That way it can balance out. And plus these shows be so toxic. You need God knowledge to do this show. Oh my goodness. You need God knowledge to do this show. I'm trying to tell you. It's crazy. I need balance in life. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the old me, man, need to stay right in the basement. I keep the old me in the basement. You know what I mean? I keep the old me in the basement. But with that being said, Dupest Day, bro, email me Dupest Day your number, man. We can talk during the day, brother. And talk after the show. Thank you, Michael Connor. TahakaBay@gmail.com. Dupest Day. Make sure you put Dopest Day. I'm sorry, I'd say Dupest Day. I'm sorry, man. Happy Rasputin Day. What is it? Yeah. So brother, that's right. You sent me that beat. I've been working with that beat too. All right, bro. Send me another email so it can come to the top, and I'm gonna send my number right now, and then you can text me. I don't want to put that number in there. I ain't gonna give you the what number is that? My brother Michael Connor in the building, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. But all right, you got it. Watch it. I'm gonna throw it right up in there in a minute. Let me make sure I got it. Make sure I got it right now. And just text me, and then tomorrow we definitely can build 100. Hold up, I think I did saying that. Hold up. And we definitely gonna build tomorrow during the day. Tahaka Bay and Yahoo. All right. But with that being said, family, I appreciate you. Listen, do I look at my IG messages? I do, family. Listen, let me tell you something. I got to get with Cryptonomics too to get with me some Bitcoin. Everybody telling me to get with some Bitcoin too. Family, check me out on IG. Anybody in here that that follow me on IG, I'm going to follow back. I usually don't follow people back because I don't like this. My thing get jammed up with a bunch of nonsense. But anybody in this show, follow me on IG. I follow you back. I'm going to start building my IG. My IG be looking good, but I'm going to build it up even more. Follow me on IG, Tahaka Bay everywhere. Tahaka Bay all things. You know what I'm saying? So let me make sure I see this. Yep, I got it. There we go. There you go. And I'm about to put my number in here right now. You follow me? I get crazy when you follow folks. Yeah. So everybody in here, if you on IG, look at Morse World TV on IG. Look up Tahaka Bay on IG. You follow me, I follow you. All right? You follow me, I follow you. And we build this thing together.